Well, hi there everyone, and thanks for tuning in again, and welcome back to New Zealand. Lisa and I are currently in New Zealand. We're actually here for almost 2 months, and we're coming towards the end of our trip now. We actually come here to do 4 photography workshops. The first 2 workshops were our regular autumn workshops that we do every year, which is sort of chasing the colours of the beautiful fall colours or autumn colours. So we did 2 of those workshops already. They were in sort of April, and then we've just recently finished a 7-day West Coast Seascapes workshop where we sort of come all the way down the west coast of New Zealand. And that lasted for 7 days. And we also, at the end of that trip, we managed to get 2 shoots with that incredible southern aurora that happened recently. So that was pretty special as well. We're currently enjoying a few days off. We were feeling pretty tired and jaded after 3 workshops in a row, but we're in Twizel in the Mackenzie region in the centre of the South Island, New Zealand, just having a few days of R&R, catching up on all those exciting office jobs and admin duties and all those sorts of things, laundry, all those exciting things. So today we've actually managed to get out of the house. And we've been monitoring the weather. It's definitely getting colder here now. The nights are getting down to sort of 0 with a few frosts and a few sub-zero temperatures. We've been monitoring the weather. The weather actually the whole trip has been absolutely amazing. We've had incredible weather for the whole time we've been here. I think we've had 1 day of rain. Apart from that, we've just had beautiful blue skies. Not much wind. We've been very lucky with the weather on this trip. So we haven't had many what you would call, outstanding pink skies, those sorts of things. I think only 1 or 2 from the whole time we've been here, but we've been monitoring the weather, and today the weather's actually looking really good. You can probably see behind me here, there's not a breath of wind. It's beautiful, calm conditions, and there's lots of cloud up there, lots of high, wispy sort of clouds. So fingers crossed we could be in for quite a nice sunset. So we've decided to jump in the car. We're on our way to Tasman Lake, which is probably one of the best landscape photography locations in New Zealand, if not the world. And absolutely, if you're not familiar with it, it's an absolutely stunning lake. It's a glacial lake, so it runs off or feeds off the Tasman Glacier. It's often got icebergs that come down the lake coming off the glacier, and it's got big snow-capped Alps in the background, including Mount Cook and a few of New Zealand's biggest Alps. So our plans to go there now for sunset. Regardless of what the weather does, we'll still shoot a video. Whether we get amazing conditions or not, it doesn't matter. We'll still shoot the video, bring you guys along for the ride, and hopefully still get some pretty good photos to show you. So yeah, we've got about a 45 to 50 minute drive from where we are to get to the car park. Then we've got about a 1.5 kilometre hike to get to the lake, and we'll stay there until sunset and see what we can get. A few people always ask me about when you're hiking with your camera gear, what camera gear you carry, what equipment you carry, and all that sort of thing. So basically I only take what I need. I probably won't use a telephoto or a zoom lens. So I'm just bringing my wide angle lens and my mid-range lens. So I've got my 15 to 35 wide angle and my 24 to 105 mid-range lens. My camera bag, my tripod, I wear good hiking boots. I have the Saliwa hiking boots. And I carry, I've got a light thermal shirt on, then I've got a MacPack base or mid layer, and I carry a puffer jacket in my camera bag. I don't wear that when I'm hiking because you get too hot and it folds up pretty small. That's a really warm Arc'teryx puffer jacket that goes in my camera bag. I also carry gloves and beanie in there because often you'll get quite warm when you're hiking to the lake, but then when you get there and the sun starts to drop, it gets really cold. It might get down to I think it's about 7 degrees now, and it's sort of mid-afternoon, so by sunset it could be down to maybe 0 or 2 degrees, somewhere around there. So I'll still get quite cold, but I've got gloves, beanie, and a puffer jacket in my camera bag that I'll carry with me, and I normally only put those on when I get to the location if it's cold enough. That's about it. So let's jump in the car, we'll drive up. I don't know whether you've taken this drive up to Tasman Lake up towards Mount Cook Village. It's an absolutely stunning drive. All the way you follow Lake Pukaki along and you've got views. I'm just looking over my shoulder now. I can see Mount Cook from here. You've got views up to Mount Cook, up the Tasman Valley. Really stunning view. So yeah, it's a beautiful drive up there. So we take that drive up, we'll get to the car park, and then we'll hike to the lake, and I'll report back to you guys pretty soon. Guys, so we're on the trail to Tasman. It's about a 1.5k walk, and just met up with a couple of other Aussie guys actually. They recognised me, I think, from Instagram, so we're just having a chat to those guys. I think they're from Queensland. So yeah, they're on their way down the lake to shoot sunset as well, so hopefully we get some good shots. You can probably see behind me here, a bit hard to, there we go, up the back there. We've actually got Mount Cook, one of the peaks up there, that's Mount Cook. The weather's looking pretty good. It's a bit fresh, but not too cold, probably about 6 degrees, I'm guessing. So might get down to 2 or 3 for sunset. Shouldn't be too bad, there's no wind. There's not a stack of cloud, but there's a little bit of sort of high wispy cloud out there, so that looks promising. So yeah, I'll keep on tracking on down the trail here, and I'll report back to you guys shortly when we get to the lake. So I've made it to the lake, guys. I'll just do a bit of a pan around and show you the lake. It's a bit of a Forrest Gump thing, the old lake here, because you never know what you're going to get. Every time you come here, it's different. Sometimes there's a lot of icebergs on the lake. It all depends whether the glacier's been calving or not, as to whether you're going to have icebergs here. We're only here a couple of weeks ago, and last time we were here, the lake was actually quite high. There'd been a lot of rain. Just looking at the lake now, it's probably dropped about a metre from what it was a few weeks ago. But I'll just do a quick pan around and show you the lake. The glacier's obviously done a bit of calving in the last week or so, because there's a lot of icebergs here. Quite a few actually. So yeah, I'll show you that, and then we'll get down to the lake edge and see if we can find a composition. So yeah, you can see there's a lot of icebergs here. It's just a matter of deciding whether you want to actually go down to the lake shore down there where those fellas are and shoot down there and have a wide angle foreground shot with some icebergs, or whether you want to stay up a little bit higher, a bit more elevated. The glacier is up the top of the lake here. I'll just zoom in up there. You may or may not be able to see it in this video. Glacier's up here. It's got a lot of black gravel on it, but you can probably see the face of the glacier. And if I zoom back out again and continue to pan around to here, you'll see this mountain here. That is in fact Mount Cook, that one there. But yeah, lots of glaciers here. So what we need to do is determine or decide whether we're going to make our way down to the edge of the lake there and try and find a composition there, or potentially even over to the river mouth, which is over here, the Tasman River, where the river runs out of the lake and then down the Tasman Valley. But anyway, we'll go down there and have a look, and we'll report back shortly. So this here is actually the Tasman River. So this is actually the river that runs out of the lake, and then down this valley here, the Tasman Valley. You see the river making its way down there, heads down the valley there, becomes quite a braided river, and it actually meets up with a hooker river about 1 kilometre downstream there, and then it makes its way down the Tasman Valley, and it eventually runs into Lake Pukaki. So we'll spin you back around here. You can see lots of icebergs on the lake. I thought there might have been a composition around here. I'm just going to gather my footing here, bear with me. Yeah, so I just come over to the Tasman River. Initially I was thinking that I might have got a composition over here with some moving water in the foreground. Not sure if that's going to work, to be honest with you. Since we're here a couple of weeks ago, the river or the lake has actually dropped about 1 metre. It's dropped quite a bit. It was very high last time we were here due to a lot of rainfall recently, but it's very different now. So in order to get some rapids or some cascading water in the foreground, I don't know if that's going to work over here. I'm very much a gut instinct sort of photographer, so normally when I get to a location I like to get here quite early, and I haven't got my camera out, and really just take a walk around the scene and just see what looks right. In my head as I was driving in here I was thinking that I might have shot in this area here near the river, but I don't know if I will. Back around the other side there, which is more the traditional shot that you would see from here, I might try and get something over there. There's lots of ice in the water, but I want to get a really impactful foreground. There's some really nice ice there, but it's a little bit far out from the shore, so it's a bit difficult to get too close to that ice to make it the perfect foreground. Should have brought my fishing waders. I could have waded out into the lake and really filled the foreground up with some nice ice. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that either. My gut feeling's telling me to go back around there, so that's what I'm going to do. There's some good light starting to happen. Don't know what's going to happen in the sky, but there's some nice clouds. We've got good visibility on the mountains, so go back around the other side there and see if I can find a solid composition there. Alright, so I've scoped out the scene, and I'm being a bit lazy today, to be fair. I sort of went looking around here. There's some nice foreground there, but a little bit hard to get the mountains to look nice around there. The foreground's good, but not so much the mountains. So this shot I've got framed up here is alright. It's pretty symmetrical. It's not too technical. It's a fairly easy sort of shot. I'll just show you the back of the camera. Turn that screen around a bit. I've just got that rock in the foreground, and then I've just balanced out Mount Cook on the third. I've cut the mountains on the right hand side out altogether, and then I've just got this one here, which I think's Mount Sefton. Someone might correct me on that, but this looks alright. If there's a little bit of colour in the sky, we'll get a bit of a reflection here, and this one will work alright. So that's plan A. I've also got a plan B, which is another shot just over my left shoulder here, which is a little bit more technical to shoot. Probably going to involve focus stacking and whatever else, but because we're on a day off, we're taking it pretty steady, so we'll just run with this and yeah, see how it goes. So Mark's had a bit of a tripod failure here, so he's come up with this new design for a tripod, so I'm just going to show you guys how innovative photographers can be. Look at that. This is a pretty good shot, I'll show it to you. I'm fairly happy with it. I've tweaked the composition about 5 times, and when I say tweaked it, I mean I'm moving like an inch or 2 at a time, different heights, left to right, just trying to balance it all out, but it looks pretty good now. And the light's starting to look good, so I'm going to turn around and take the shot. I'll just spin the camera around and show you what I've got here. And it's like a bit of an Australian reunion here tonight. We've just met Annette from Geelong, and then these other 2 fellas, Mark and Darren. So we're all Aussies here tonight. I'll turn this around. There's Lisa. No doubt she's got the best shot out of everyone, like she usually does. But I'll show you, yeah, I've sort of got this framed up here. There's some nice light catching Mount Cook there at the moment. I'll just zoom in. You can see a bit of alpenglow there. A bit hard on cutting the mountain off here, hang on. There we go. The light's actually very nice. So pretty much shooting, my composition looks something like this, but I've got that rock in the foreground. So I'll just liven the camera up and show you. So you can sort of see what I've got there. Looks pretty good. So I'm going to get down to business and try and get this shot. So I've actually moved compositions here, found this shot over here. The light's actually unfolding really nicely. It's very late, it's actually past sunset already. I'll just show you what I got framed up here, and it's actually looking pretty good. A little bit of a busy composition, but it sort of works, and there's some really nice late light here, so hopefully with a bit more pink in the sky, this will be a good shot. So settings wise, I'm just using a polarizer, but I'm not using much polarization here, just a little bit. F11, 1.6 seconds, ISO 50, and I'm just doing a focus stack. So I'm taking one frame there and then another one back there, just so I've got it all in focus. Probably get away with a single shot here, to be fair, but I'll take 2 anyway, just in case.
Hi guys, I quickly wanted to let you know a little bit more about my photography business. Together with my partner Lisa, we're full-time landscape photographers. We make our income from landscape photography workshops, my gallery and print sales, and some other online sales of accessories and tutorials. We specialise in workshops to New Zealand with over 20 years experience. We also run workshops right here in Australia and also some other international locations. I've got a gallery right here in my home on the New South Wales south coast of Australia, where I sell high quality prints of all my best images. Any of my images you see in my videos, on my website, all my social media channels are available as prints. I'm also supported by NiSi Filters Australia, Explorer tripods and Summit Creative camera backpacks. You can buy these products via my website. I'd be extremely grateful if you could ever support my business in any way, and I'd love to see you on a workshop sometime. Feel free to reach out via my website if you have any questions. Thanks again and enjoy the video.
Okay guys, well that's a wrap on tonight's shoot. We're just on our way back up the hill here. So just trying to watch where we're going. Lisa and I were just having a chat. I didn't actually get Lisa in the video much there. She was sitting down on the rocks getting some shots, but she was just saying that she thinks that she's actually got her best shot from Tasman Lake. It's been a bit of a tough one for her. She hasn't had many good shoots here in the past where I've been lucky to have heaps. been here a lot of times, so yeah, I've been fortunate to get some good shots. So she's saying that she thinks she's got her best shot from here, so she's more than happy with that. So we'll put that in the video. We'll put that down at the end here so you can have a look at her shot, and it's probably better than mine. It's a bit of a puff climbing up the hill. Yeah, so that's about it. We're going to head back to the car. We're going to make our way back to Twizel, to one of our favourite restaurants, and have some food and chill out. Yeah, like I say in all my videos, thanks for tuning in. Don't take life too seriously. Stay curious, and make sure you go ahead and leave a like or comment. Let me know what you thought of the photos in this video. And we'll see you again from probably another one from New Zealand real soon.